You know, I went to the Nation of Islam. I was in the Nation of Islam for 2.5 years.
After you got
After I got knowledge of self.
Okay, what was the reason behind that?
Though, you know what, God? I was young.
How old was young?
With me, I was 20. I'm gonna give myself back in 91. Let me say I was 91. I was 24, maybe 20. You know, I was in my 20s, early 20s in that time. And I started getting knowledge, and I didn't see. I wish I would have gotten to the True Born Shati. I need to call him. But anyway, what I came across with a lot of young gods. Younger brothers, 12, 13 years old, 14 years old. I was the oldest. Matter of fact, the brother that shared knowledge with me was younger than me. You know, I think he was knowledge born.
Okay.
So he was younger than me.
Right.
So I've always been a person that adhered to sound logic and stuff that made sense. I was a minister in the church.
Right.
In the Holiness Church, Pentecostal church. So, and the first time I had ever heard, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. The first time I'd ever heard that the black man was God was actually from a preacher from the Bahamas. And he spoke to the church in a big arena full of white people.
And this is a Christian?
This is a Christian.
Miles Monroe?
No, Turnell Nelson. Turnell Nelson. Miles Monroe was actually on the bill as well. Turnell Nelson. And he was an African from, I think he was an African.
This is a Christian man saying
a Christian man. He said, until the church recognizes the black man and woman being the original people of the planet. And see, that right there resonated with me. He didn't say that the black man was God.
Okay.
He said that the black man and woman were the original people on the planet. He said the church would never fully grow into what they call the latter rain, meaning receiving all the gifts from on high. Okay? That spiritual, full spiritual awakening that the church was longing for and is still longing for. So when I heard that, I was like, that's what I've been looking for. Because on the cool, I have been listening to Minister Farrakhan. I've been traveling with my brother in a gospel rap group.
Right.
You can like Google the rap group is Preachers in Disguise. You can Google it right now and you can find it. But anyway, I got it when I was young. I went to the Nation of Islam. Because I was around younger brothers, 13, 12, 11, you know, it was almost like I couldn't relate to them as much.
To the culture.
I could relate to the culture.
Okay.
There was a generational gap there.
Right.
To whereas, you know, I had brothers around me, Divine, who is Amgod. He was living here. He was Divine then. Then you had other brothers who we hadn't really met, but we would come in contact. You see, Dallas is really big. So that Divine Law is very big.
Yeah.
So it's spread out. So we live in different parts of the city. So during that time, I decided, you know what? Allah did it. I'm gonna do it. That was my reasoning. Allah did it.
Right.
I'm gonna do it. But you know, Allah did it. That's how He came into the knowledge.
Right.
I went into that understanding that I already had knowledge. When I got in there with the knowledge, brothers, how you know your lessons like that? How you know everything? I said, brother, I told you I'm a 5%er. And I held on to that. I never let go of that. I'm a 5%er.
Right.
I'm in the nation right now because you know what? The link dealing with the generation was not there with me. You know, I understand. I didn't have 120 then.
And you've gotten this older. You didn't get, because I got like 16.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get it till I got in my 20s, God.
Right.
Because I was in my 20s. Always pretty much been the oldest God right now. I'm power of culture right now. Always gotten it and have been the older God in the cipher, right? So I did that for 2.5 years. I saw the politics. I said, you know what? I don't need this.
I don't need this.
I don't. It's not now.
No, I get it.
You have to understand, God. I said I didn't need it, but I did need it. I needed to see what was going on. I excelled. I became a lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? I became lieutenant, and after I saw what was going on, I felt like I didn't need it because you know what?
Oh, you mean the politics as far as the Nation of Islam?
The Nation of Islam.
Okay, so it was politics.
And that's in everything. You're not gonna go into anything without politics. You know what I mean? People go, politics, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. There's gonna be some form of, someone wanting to be alpha, someone wanting to be, you know what I mean?
Right.
Want to usurp his authority in some type of way. So I'm thinking to myself, I ain't no stranger to that. I see this anywhere I go. So because of some things that were going on in the mosque, I was like, nah, I can go back out and build with people on the street and get, each one teach one,
Right.
So during that time, that's when I left the nation.
Okay.
I left the nation, and
it was solely because of politics, not necessarily because of the ideology or.
I mean, that too, because I'm not a little God. You know what I mean? I'm not. One of the things that I knew what submission was. I knew what giving your allegiance to something and to someone. I knew what that was all about. I didn't need that. I came out of the church and I went back. I went to the nation. I had knowledge of it. I went to the nation and I saw the same thing.
One thing you mean like as far as like you saw in the church, the same thing in NOI, like, or
pretty much.
Okay, and like what exactly?
The hierarchy.
The hierarchy.
The allegiance to
like one person.
One person. Esteeming that one person above everyone else. When all the while that brother, that one person may say, "I'm just your brother."
Right.
He wasn't treated like just
a brother.
A brother.
Right.
He was given sometimes too much respect.
So like it was like a personality worship kind of.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you could say that.
Yeah.
But that's that's our fault as we do that.
Right. Yeah. We do that.
We do that.
Yeah. And it's even like that amongst the 5%.
Yeah, we do that. We give a lot of people, Sometimes we give them too much what I call equality.
Right.
We give them too much,
Yeah.
But anyway, I said that to say we're at a place right now, because when I came into the nation, right, I came into the nation at a time where I needed to understand a little bit more about being a man. So the growth and development started then, back in born knowledge, born wisdom, born understanding.
So you said the nation, you talking about the Nation of Islam or the 5%?
The gods.
The gods, okay. Right, so you came and you wanted to become more of a man with the 5%.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And it's there. You don't have to go to the Nation of Islam to understand what. Now, I will say some people do. Some people do. I will say that. Some brothers need the nation because they need to get themselves cleaned up physically. They may be dealing with some things that they need to understand what, who and what the black man is and black woman. They need that, But I was at the point where I was like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. So, with that being said, that's where my journey began. Once again, with the gods.
If Mecca did this.
Peace. In celebration of each other, we support each other's hustle. Weight Life has sponsored this content. You can get a sweatshirt, t-shirt, or a hoodie at the Common Unity store of a law school in Mecca. Or just simply hit me up. I got the hookup. Peace.